Hello, my name is Robert Dean Steele, and I have a few questions to ask yourself. So, when you find yourself upset, ask yourself these questions. Why am I upset about this particular situation? You see, it's important to examine why you are upset. The next question that you need to ask yourself is, what was the thing that actually triggered? You need to understand that you and I have certain triggers in our lives that actually make us, become upset. It may be because of the fact that there was some childhood situations, or maybe, a personality conflict. Whatever it is, you need to ask yourself the question, what was it that triggered my reaction and why I became angry? Number three, what is the narrative that I'm creating around this situation? You see, you need to ask yourself that question because it makes you stop and think about what you're going through and why you are reacting the way that you are reacting. Is this fear or is this something else? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, why am I offended? What threat am I actually perceiving in this situation? Is this person attacking my personality? Are they attacking my skill set? Are they attacking me as a person? Etc., etc. These are things that you need to ask yourself about. You may be driving down the road and all of a sudden someone cuts you off, and instantaneously you honk your horn and you become angry over them. And we've all done things like that when, for example, when we're driving down the road, we've cut people off accidentally, etc., etc. You need to ask yourself that question. What kind of, narrative am I creating? What threat am I perceiving that I am so angry or reacting in a negative manner? Also, as well, what do I need to do now? Of course, the first thing you need to do is release the anger. Let it go. Don't allow it to define you and the situation. Secondly, choose to forgive, because instantaneously, if you don't forgive, this thing is going to hang on to you. Also, as well, what is my intention behind the way I'm acting right now? It calls into question your own perceptions and your own reaction in this situation. It's important for us to recognize that there is a reason behind this. It may be a good reason. It may not be a good reason. And the other thing is, it calls you to begin to think. It calls you to begin to analyze. It calls you to discern. It calls you to understand. And it also causes you to make a decision about the way that you're going to act and react and go forward from this. Also, as well, how can I best take care of myself, but also as well be a positive influence through this? You see, many of the things that happen to us may be negative, but we can turn it around and make it positive by asking these questions. Why am I upset? What was the trigger behind this? What's the narrative that I'm creating surrounding this situation? What threat do I perceive is happening right now? Is this my feelings simply being hurt or something different? What do I need that comes out of this? What's my intention behind the way I'm acting right now? It's okay to examine our motives and also as well our reactions. And how can I best take care of myself and also, grow through this experience? These are important things to ask yourself when you're finding yourself in a negative or angry situation. I love what James says. He says, be quick to hear. That means, of course, to understand. Be slow to speak. That means, curb your tongue and think through before you react, and then be slow to anger. There are times where we need to be angry. There are times that we need to speak our mind, but you need to think about it. You need to, hear what is saying and then react one way or another. Don't just explode, but think through your reaction. Many times it can save you from regret and also from a negative situation. Think about that. My name is Robert Dean Steele. Thanks for joining me today.